What is going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we have a bunch of important things to discuss, and I mean a bunch of important things to discuss. Not only will we be talking about Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, but we will be doing another altcoin for review this week. I did put a poll out a couple of days ago on my Patreon, and you guys got back to me, and I chose XRP from what you guys said. So we'll be doing an XRP to US dollar review as well in today's video. Also, if you guys haven't noticed, we just saw a pretty big spike in retracement within the market on Litecoin, Bitcoin, as well as Ethereum. So we're going to be checking those out too. I did buy the dip, as you guys saw in the title. I'll be showing you that as well, just to clarify a couple of things. Otherwise, if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, smash that subscribe button, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up. I will be doing a huge 10,000 subscriber giveaway, either giving away a Ledger Nano X, a Bitcoin liquid assets drink, or $100 of free Litecoin. If you guys have any choices of which one you want, make sure to leave it in the comments. Otherwise, let's move on to the rest of the episode. So guys, as you can see, I'm on the current coin market cap, and there is definitely a bunch of information to be discussing in today's video. So Bitcoin dominance is 55.6, seeing a pretty big retracement compared to yesterday, with 24-hour volume being 81.9, which is much higher than where we were yesterday. Yesterday, we were consolidating, seeing a lot of sideways trading. Today, we saw a big spike in volume, not necessarily meaning a good spike in volume. This one led to a retracement to lower levels, with the market cap $250 million. You can see $254 billion is that, or $250 billion. I think that's how it is now. $250 billion. So $254 billion is where the current market cap is. Now, as I scroll down to the top 10 cryptocurrencies, you'll notice only one seems to be up, Bitcoin SV, which is just doing its own thing, completely irrelevant from the rest of the market cap. I know a lot of you guys think Bitcoin SV is being manipulated. It very well could be. I just haven't done enough research to really give you guys my opinion on that. But the rest of the cryptocurrencies out of these top 10 all seem to be following Bitcoin, which is definitely something to pay attention to. You can see Bitcoin dropped 5.8%, Ethereum 4, XRP 6. We have Litecoin that dropped 6, and Bitcoin Cash that dropped 7th. You can see that there's a pretty significant difference now, about $300 million from EOS to Litecoin, holding the number 5 spot. Now, most of these coins are down on their price graphs. They are already tracing, and I'm going to explain why. Because as you guys know, I did just buy the dip. Now, as you guys can see on the Litecoin chart, you'll notice that we did see a pretty big retracement that fell onto Litecoin's chart. And you can see we did hit our bottom support. So there's a bunch of stuff I do really want to discuss and get across on today's episode. One thing that I haven't talked about in a couple of days is eToro. And I want to pull up eToro once I sign in to really clarify a couple of things in terms of what I buy at, what I sell at. And it's a great way for you guys to also be buying and selling. They have a virtual simulated chart, which you guys can use to make trades without any risk. So it's an awesome platform to definitely use. So while that loads in, I just want to clarify a couple of things on Litecoin. So we saw a ton of sideways trading. We saw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days of sideways trading over a week's of sideways manipulation, and you can see it was holding an extremely strong resistance at 116 when we fell all the way down to literally $100. Yeah, $100 we retraced down to. You'll notice that $100 happens to be right on our uptrend of our ascending wedge. You'll notice that there are a couple of things. I guess it could be a triangle as well as a wedge. We have a purple ascending wedge as we consolidated back up, and you can see we were using that as a means of support, means of moving to the upside, and just recently we broke through it, and now we're using its bottom support as a means to drive ourselves up. It was acting as a resistance prior, now we're using it as a support. Definitely a possibility that we could fall. And I want to show you guys what I mean. We could fall, consolidate on this, and then fall lower. You can see what I'm referring to. We could fall, just like how we did in the past. We had a big move up, retracement, sideways movement, then fall. We have a big move up, sideways movement, retracement, sideways up, and then fall again. That is definitely a possibility. If it doesn't happen, at least I do anticipate a move to the upside like this, another retest of 115, which would be a great buying opportunity. That is why I actually bought in, and I'll show you guys that in a second. Now, understand that we are much better on the RSI. Before we were trading at 72, which is literally at the cusp of being overbought. Currently, we fell down to 55, which is beautiful. It gives us plenty of room to move back up higher, which is honestly just a nice thing to know because it does leave some potential for us to move higher. Not sure why eToro didn't load. Let's just let that load in. There we go. And now you can see I have a real portfolio that I set up on eToro finally as this loads in. What this means, guys, is that I actually put real money in. You can see my available. Now, a lot of you guys were saying, oh, well, he's just using a fake account to invest. That's not true. And let's say even if I was using a fake account to invest, it still shows all of my trades. It shows every single one of my trades that I made, and it shows that they're profitable. It could be a fake account and I could still retrace and lose a shit ton of money, but I didn't. They all were profitable. Second is, I understand it's not a realistic price to some. Believe it or not, I do have some people I tutor that have 6 figures in the market. So it's not, similar to some people on the channel, but there are a couple that do relate to that. And I wasn't even trading with the whole 100,000. I was trading with 10. So I did decide to put in some real money. Here is my eToro account. You can see there's $1,000 invested into the account with a total portfolio value of $989. You can see I invested so far $300 was allocated into the market. $700 is still available. I'm only down about $10 since when I bought in. And I bought in at around $94 to $95. There is a slight delay on eToro's chart, but I definitely recommend you check it out. I believe it's the second or third link in the description. You can see I bought in at 107.83. Wow, that's a little bit higher than I anticipated. I guess there is a delay on the market. And I bought 2.79 units, so it really isn't too bad, honestly. And you can see with us at 104, what is the price at right now? 104.05. Okay, interesting, but you can see we are retracing down, and even at 107, if we do decide to head back up to 115, there's still plenty of profit to be made with that market. So hopefully this looks like a little more realistic to you guys. You can see that there's actually money in there at a smaller investment that maybe $1,000 is a little more relatable to some of you traders out there. So hopefully that helps you guys out. Otherwise, you can see I had a huge conversation in my Patreon a couple of days ago in regards to the fact that we did manage to literally retrace back down right on cue. We were waiting for this dip. Now we bought the dip. So if you guys haven't already checked out my Patreon, it is the first link in the description. This is a way to get access to a huge growing community, as well as being able to support the channel. And not only that, it is a way for you guys to get exclusive access to all of my content. You guys can see all these charts that are here. They are live updating. YouTube is delayed. Now you guys can gain access to all these live updating charts on Patreon, and you can follow along with me. It's a beginner setup. It's pretty awesome. It's also a way to get into contact with me one-on-one. Highly recommend you check it out. Otherwise, the retracement also happened with Bitcoin. Bitcoin retraced much lower, back down to $7,600. We see Ethereum retrace back down to $230. And guess what? It fell right on cue. This is huge, guys. This means that the charting is real, and charting is something to follow. We were watching this fall. We literally saw us break the ascending triangle, and I said that ascending triangles usually break bearish. That's what happened. We did have this weird pump fake as we got closer, but as you can see, when we climbed up yesterday, we literally tested the literally end cusp of the triangle. We closed the triangle right here, and we broke bearish. We fell all the way down, and we fell even lower, back down at previous support, which was the line right here. So any buying opportunity down near 230, if not 240, was a great buying opportunity to get involved within Ethereum. So you can really see that this ascending triangle, and I'll draw it out for you, bam, and bam, broke bearish and fell much lower. It literally fell perfectly. So it's awesome to see that these charts actually hold on true value and can be made, money can be made on these dips. We buy in back here, you would have already been up as a retrace right back to 250. We were near overbought. Now we're back down near 50. So this gives us plenty of, potential to move up higher. Now also understand that there is a longer, more solid uptrend on Ethereum, which we could see consolidation in between here and then ride this up. So it is very possible that we can start to see this price retest 270 once again. And I honestly think it will retest 270, as well as Litecoin. I do think it will retest 115 once again. So I definitely think I am going to be holding on for this a little more long term. Lastly, to sum up today's episode, looking at XRP. We haven't looked at XRP in quite some time now. You'll notice we are trading at 52 on the RSI, which does give us potential, but you'll notice we are kind of neck and neck in a support/resistance zone. You can see right where we are right here, where my mouse is. There's a lot of resistance that I'm starting to see right here, and the fact that the price is pretty much, hanging out right there. I'm going to move this white line a little bit lower for us. Oops, let me get that right here, right there. Bam, you can see right here where we're trading out sideways. We're kind of trading on top of here. So it is an interesting market. We did just come down from a really big spike downward. So that could be the bottom that we're going to hit. Otherwise, if you did want a dollar cost average and buy 10% of your portfolio right here, in regards to the fact that there is chances we can go lower, it would only be down to our high-low MMA, which really is not much lower at around 36 cents. And then we could see this move right back up to the top at 47. So there's about a 10 cents movement that could definitely happen. We just came down from this major retracement, so it looks like we're set to trade in between this channel right here, and I do think the market is going to pull it right back up to around 47 cents, the top of this resistance. Otherwise, guys, that's going to sum up today's episode. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up, and I'll see you in tomorrow's episode. Peace.